Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another top 5 video, and I'm of course your wonderful host Troy. I am here to talk about something dear to my heart, which is of course video games, arcades. And honestly, we need to have a little discussion about a brand new release that's starting to pop up here in the next few months from Arcade1UP, which for anyone that's not aware is a line of somewhat affordable arcade coming out for $2.99 right now for pre-order if you're watching it at the time of release, and you can pretty much get it almost everywhere. And honestly, I'm really surprised on how affordable they are, all things considered. Any if they are only about 4-ish feet, and they come from anywhere from 3 to 4 games of each of them. And it kind of got me thinking, like, I love arcades, and a lot of arcades I wish I could own, but sadly a lot of them are super pricey or just very hard to come by. And well, here we are now with Arcade1UP, trying to pick up the mantle of that and trying to release something somewhat affordable. And then I just started thinking, what arcades would I really want to own? And any more so, games that I really hope Arcade1UP will actually release. And that is what we are here today to talk about. Once again, my top 5 games I want Arcade1UP to release. And of course, with it being my list, your games might not be on it, because I'm going to be talking about the games that I want, but it doesn't mean the discussion is one-sided. So feel free to leave a comment below letting me know what arcades are you guys wanting, and are you going to actually pick up any of Arcade1UP releases? Let me know below. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's start talking about some games I want in my possession fairly quick, and hopefully very soon from Arcade1UP. Let's do this, guys. So, starting off the list, at number 5 here is of course a game I have very fond memories of. Even if I never actually played the arcade version at all, mainly played the NES and Super NES versions way back in the day. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't want a arcade accurate release of, which hopefully we will get at some point. And of course the game I am talking about is Double Dragon, the classic beat 'em up game that have lived on for many years and still somewhat getting releases up to this day of new Double Dragon game in somewhat different types of quality, but honestly the original is still great any to this day. And honestly, how can you go wrong with a co-op beat 'em up? And honestly, this is not too far out of far-fetched, since there is arcade from 1UP that actually do have multiple controllers attached to the arcade. So in return, co-op games are not out of the picture, and with a Final Fight being in the early release from Arcade1UP, why not do another beat 'em up, another classic beat 'em up that for the most part everyone love or have some type of memory to? And honestly, Double Dragon is kind of that game, and in return is honestly still to this day the funnest beat 'em up you can play, or one of the funnest. And it'd be so nice to actually have an arcade version of that. So hopefully Arcade1UP will get on that, and we can finally get our actual arcade accurate Double Dragon on. And now jumping from co-op beat 'em up to a single player score chasing leaderboard type of game, which have had many releases in different genre, and also re-releases of the original, and honestly have a lot of good games in it, but it's one that stands out above all else, especially in the original sense, which is Miss Pac-Man. Honestly, it'd be nice if we could get a arcade version of Pac-Man Championship Edition, because that is great. But to stick to the nostalgia, sticking to the 80s and 90s, 70s-ish vibes, Pac-Man is good. What it good on? Miss Pac-Man. And honestly, as that being pretty much a high mark for original Pac-Man type of game, why not actually release that? We just need to get Bandai to sign off on it, hopefully sign off on this, and we can actually get Miss Pac-Man. Because honestly, nothing really beats just hanging out and just playing some Pac-Man for many hours on end. The game is timeless and always quite challenging and fun. So, in return, we need Miss Pac-Man on one of these bad boys. And now moving back into the co-op territory of games, and another game that is once again timeless and have been released hundreds of times over, and pretty much got a release on every console under the sun, and another game that have many games in the series. And honestly, I'm in the camp of I can't exactly just pick one. I'm personally okay with any game in this series for the most part. And of course, the game I am talking about is Metal Slug. Because honestly, Metal Slug is pretty much Contra ramped up to 11. As you, of course, run and gun your way through, killing all sorts of things, all the funky bosses, getting fancy, and sometimes crazy like vehicles to actually run around, cause chaos, and pretty much blow everything up. And of course, honestly, how can you go wrong with a game that let you ride a camel with machine guns on it? I don't know about you, but that is the definition of a game we need. And hopefully a arcade accurate version as well. And who knows, maybe we can make it any better here and just release one whole arcade with multiple Metal Slug on it. Because honestly, it's not out of equation since we do got the Street Fighter arcade that have multiple Street Fighters on it. So having an arcade that have multiple Metal Slugs, that honestly might be probably the better way to handle it to please everyone. And honestly, what can you do and what can you say about Metal Slug other than it's awesome and you guys need to play it right now? Now, speaking of Street Fighter, as we all know, if you grew up in the 90s, it was literally two camps. Either you was a Street Fighter kid, or you was a Mortal Kombat kid. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, except for, well, you go play Virtual Fighter or something. But let's not talk about that. What I want is something that's not Street Fighter, because we got that Street Fighter arcade cabinet coming. We kind of need something by the name of Mortal Kombat 2. Especially, I need it. And don't get me wrong, there was, once again, many different versions of Mortal Kombat. Some good, some bad, some that is, well, Mortal Kombat 4. But, as far of, like, original Mortal Kombat is concerned, I would honestly have to say Mortal Kombat 2 is probably the best. And any more so of, like I said, classic Mortal Kombat. And having, once again, a arcade port accurate would be so great, because quality is a little iffy when we are talking about Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. And honestly, that type of Mortal Kombat 2 is honestly one of the best. Like, the best graphics, the most interesting character, all the fatalities you can think of, without jumping into anything crazy that came in 3, 4, and so on. And honestly, if we were to get a Mortal Kombat 3 style, I'm kind of in a camp to give up Mortal Kombat Trilogy. But if we just want just straight up simple Mortal Kombat, You can't beat Mortal Kombat 2, guys. So, that is my vote for that one. I want Mortal Kombat 2, and yeah. Then we can all just sit around and fight each other and whip many heads off. And now, my number one most anticipated game for Arcade1UP, if they actually do it. Don't get me wrong, I have, well, one other game that I will want beyond everything. And of course, most of you guys probably know what that is, which is, of course, Galaga. But we are getting a Galaga Arcade from 1UP, which I believe at the time of this video is Walmart exclusive. So that happening, I'm happy. I finally will be able to get my Galaga machine for under a couple hundred / thousands of dollars. So that is great. But since that is happening, what is my next game in line that I would want more than anything? And of course that game is Smash TV. Because honestly, Smash TV is the best arcade game. And honestly, one of the best twin-stick shooter, technically twin-stick, I guess, technically. And honestly, how can you go wrong with a game that let you kill hundreds of people and things and mutants and robots, all to win a toaster or a VHS player? Can you think of something better than that? With, of course, Smash TV being in the vein of a game show, and honestly, with all the cutscenes and stuff that ended to really get across that like game show 80 vibe, it like bar none the most nostalgic thing ever, and honestly one of the funnest thing ever. And even more so, we're having more co-op in it, because honestly more co-op arcade games are great. More goal chase or leaderboard stuff is great. And honestly, how can you go wrong with trying to win a toaster? And of course, that will bring it to the end of our lit today. Honestly, give me any of these games. I'd be so happy 1UP Arcade. For everyone else, if you once again have a game you guys want and you should think I should know about it, let me know in the comment below, cause some of you wonderful people might get picked out for our net top 5, and we will show your guy comment in the next video. And while you down there doing all the commenting and chatting, make sure you hit that like and dislike if you dislike. And also, no matter what, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we do put out new videos almost every single day right here on YouTube. And, of course, over on extraplay.info. And, on top of that, if you guys want to keep up with my ramblings of what I am up to and how much I'm complaining about my cat breaking whatever we're doing, you can follow me over on Twitter, Pony Show over there. And if you want to watch my live stream, which I also do daily, over on twitch.tv/PonyShow, you can do that as well if you see fit. And I get with that, I'm going to head on out of here. You all have a wonderful morning, lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever it might be for you. And I will catch you in my next video. So till then, you have a wonderful night. And honestly, go play some arcade, guys. Because that's where the real fun is. So, anyway, till next time, have a good one, guys. Bye.